Good afternoon everybody and welcome to the channel. This is named the Alpha Showroom, but as you'll see in the descriptions, we're kind of lovers of all sorts of Italian cars and motorbikes. Not me, Pep likes his bikes, I'm not such a fan. Had one when I was 16, all I did was fall off it, so binned that off as a bad idea. I told you in the last video that we'd be up for doing something slightly different and not an Alfa Romeo, and here we are in an Abarth 595, which is owned by Pep, and basically we're filming this today for the channel, so we hope you like the fact that that we're doing something which isn't an Alfa but still an Italian car, and we'd be really interested to hear what you think about it. When we did our first event, we had quite a lot of people from the local Abarth group, I think Abarth Cambridgeshire, come to join us, which was brilliant because these cars are absolutely fantastic. I've been lucky to drive it once or twice, and it's how can I describe it without upsetting Pep, who's only sat just there, by the way. It's like I don't know, what's it like? It's like a terrier that's seen a rat in the bushes and it's just at it all the time. It feels really comfortable. The steering wheel's really nice, driving position's great. The seat's much nicer as a driver than it is as a passenger. It's bone hard. And whenever I'm a passenger in this, we went to an event a few years ago and it was a couple of hours away, and Christ, I think it turned my back into dust by the time we'd got there. But it's really quite a fun car. Suspension's quite stiff on these roads. It's not fabulous where there's little holes and little bumps and bits of road poking up. But we hope you like the video, and like I say, please comment about the Abarth. Tell us which one you've got. If you've got a different sort of Italian car, not an Alfa, that you'd like us to feature, we'd be very happy to introduce you to the little run that we do and get you to talk about your car, much like Martin did with his Alfa Romeo 4C. And also, please remember to subscribe. Thank you to everybody that did recently. The numbers have leapt up, so we'll be at that 1,000 mark before we know it. So I'm going to be handing over to Pep, and he's going to take you through the story all about his Abarth 595. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Come on! Woohoo! Sorry, mate.
Fucking flipping out there a bit. Hi everybody, so you've just seen Dom shaking his back in my car, driving it to our lovely location here at a local pub. And yes, this is my Abarth 595 Competizione, which means competition. I've had it now for 6-7 years, and it's absolutely adorable and I absolutely love it. So I'm shortly now going to take you around the car. So where we need to start is, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with most people who know Abarths and know what they look like. I'll probably realise that the Abarth stripe is missing on the car. Basically, when I bought the car, the stripe was on it. I thought it was a bit too much for the blue, so I had it taken off. I think it looks much better without the stripe. I just thought it was a bit too noisy with it. Now, I've had 3 of these cars. The first one I had was a white one, and I think it looked lovely with the red stripe on it. The second one was a Campovolo grey with a nice red stripe and red leather, really suited the car. But this is like a posh blue, it's called Podium blue. So without the stripe, for me, it works. Also, when I bought the car, the wing mirrors are black. I thought I'd change them to red to match the red calipers. And one thing our Abarth owners will tell you as well, these cars suffer massively from stone chips. So I had the bonnet carbon fibre wrapped for about 60 quid. There's a couple of little grazes and scratches on it, but I can tell you now that's hiding an absolute nightmare of scratches behind the bonnet. I didn't go mad on carbon fibre, but I thought I'd add a few more bits to it while I was at it. So the front fogs here at the front here, they are normally kind of sealed round with like a plastic chrome look. So I had these basically vinyl wrapped as well, and I had the front splitter wrapped as well, which again was suffering massively from stone chips. Not much else I've done with the car really. This, I have to add, this is the sport pack version. So when this came out the factory, this was around, I think 23, 24 grand, a lot of money. The car's 9 years old. It's done 33,000 miles. So the engine's a baby, but the car's been around nearly 10 years. So this is the most expensive one that came out the factory. So it had the 17-inch alloys on, the delete area at the back, we'll show you in a minute, and also the save-out seats, which we'll talk about in a second, the interior. The seats themselves, the whole interior is about 1,800 quid as an optional extra. So yeah, you're looking at 23, 24 grand in 2016 when this car came out the kind of production, the factory. And I think, I don't know, today's money, that's probably 30 grand, hell of a lot of money for a car, which really has only got 5 gears and electric windows. That is it. There's no special gizmos, computerized X, Y, and Z. There's no heated seats. That's just what it is. It's a pure driving machine for driving pleasure. Little tiny things here I loved, like the 595 badge and the Abarth badge on the side. And when we come round towards the back, didn't do too much to it. I've gone and bought my sort of chavvy registration plate, which I'm sure Dom will tease us about later on, if not when he sees you, because I think I quite like this lettering. And what I did do here, so the exhaust. So Abarths come with the Monza exhaust, which basically is a mild steel exhaust, and occasionally after a while they're going to, you know, basically rock because they're mild steel. I had this replaced, the Monza on this, with a Bombardone exhaust, which is a cat back stainless steel, and it sounds just a little bit louder than the standard Monza. And of course on here I put a nice little red stripe, of course, just to accentuate the back of the car, as we do. But no, that's about it with the car from the outside. Pretty straightforward, a lovely colour. This blue, as I say, Podium blue. It's a bit like black. It only stays clean for about 30 seconds, but when it's clean and it's shiny, it is quite gorgeous, to be honest. It does need a lot of work. The car's 9 years old. There's lots of swirls and lots of nicks and here and there in the paint. This paint isn't like the paint of back in the day when paint was really, really good and solid. It does want a proper kind of clay bar polish and all the rest of it, but I'll probably treat it for a Christmas present later on in the year. So like most Italian cars, this is a really nice place to be in the cockpit of this car. Couple of bits this came with, again, with the sport pack at the top of the range when this came out in 2019, was the 7-inch sat-nav display. They did them as 5-inch, as standard. You pay a bit more for the 7-inch. There is the kind of, I guess, chrome-looking gear knob, which is very Italian, and you have to have that. It feels like I'm driving a Ferrari. There's a save-out interior, which is absolutely fantastic. The reason why I bought this car, if I'm honest, is because of the tan or tobacco interior with the blue. It's just a wonderful combo. I wanted white with the tobacco. Couldn't find one in the country. They're quite rare, the white ones with the tobacco interior. They call this natural, but I think it's tobacco. So that comes with it. This kind of insert here with the Italian flag, that didn't come with the car, but that's genuine carbon fibre. Cost me nearly 80 quid to get that into the car, and it's just one of those things that I had to buy it and stick in the car, which I really enjoy. But yeah, nice place to be. It's just, the position is just perfect. It's the perfect driving position. The quirks about having this interior though, which is very Italian, is if I want to adjust my lumbar support, I have to open the door. Can't do it. I haven't got big hands, but I can't get my hand in between the door and the kind of toggle to move your seat backwards and forwards. So I've done that many a time, 10 mile an hour down the road, open the door, adjust the back and get back into the position I need to be. So yeah, lovely place to be inside this car. So I hope you've enjoyed the look around my car, one of my little babies. A couple of things I've not mentioned actually, that the reason I bought this car is back in the day I used to have a 205 GTI, which for me is still the best hot hatch of all time. Forget all this Golf GTI business, they were the best. This thing drives pretty much the same as a 205 GTI. Yeah, it's got 50 brake horsepower more, it's obviously faster, it's lighter, but the feeling you used to get when you used to drive that car, like it was just about to try and kill you, is what this does. If you want something sensible, buy a Mini Cooper, why would you? But anyway, look, a word to you guys, do like, do share, do comment. We're nearly at 1,000, we'd love you to get really behind our channel, and as Dom said earlier on, if you've got an Italian car or bike or Vespa and you want to try it out on our channel, do let us know. But I hope you've enjoyed the show today. Hope you've enjoyed my little baby, and we'll see you again soon.